Hey Henry, what'd you say? It's taking so long? How long?
Like, ever.
Yeah. Hey everybody, welcome back to Tommy's Tesla Tech and Travel Train Edition. That train did take forever, ever and ever. But we thought we'd take this time to talk about other things that seemed like forever ago. Like this past year. That's right, it's our year-end review. We've been recording videos since April, and we've been on a lot of adventures since then. So I thought it'd be kind of fun, since we have some time together, to talk about the adventures we enjoyed and maybe some things that weren't so fun. But more importantly, I decided we're back in 4K. This is where like a cool graphic should show up or something. 4K. Well, first off, let's ask this. How have you felt about us recording this last April? You do placate me and indulge me in some of my weirder requests.
It's a little weird. I'm still not used to it.
Hey, you're just talking to me. There has to be a camera in front of it.
No, I know. It's still weird.
I know, and I appreciate you letting me do stuff like this, because I do find some sort of peace in creative outlets. And since I haven't made comics for a while, we stopped recording the podcast years ago. This has been my creative endeavor, so thank you. But this past year, like I said, we went on a few adventures, and our recordings really started with some older videos. Like when we went to Florida the first time, I cut one together, which was obviously fun. But from all the stuff we've done this past year, is there anything that really sticks out in your mind that you kind of enjoyed that we've recorded for not only our memories, but to share with the world?
Just some of the video clips and stuff from the kids, and some of the stuff they've said. And
Wait, what? That's always one. I can't remember what we were doing, but oh yeah, when I said we're in Disneyland. Cut to the clip here. All right, guys, say bye Disneyland.
Bye, David.
Say bye hotel.
Bye, hotel.
Say hello home.
Oh. Wait, what?
Yeah, we're leaving the hotel. I was like, say bye hotel, bye hotel. Say welcome or go home. Wait, what? I do too, and just the fact, I like the fact that we're capturing all this stuff, as Adam the Woo says, for posterity. But it really, yes, we put it on YouTube, and I love to share it with the world, but the reality is, I also do it for 20, 30, 40 years, like after I'm gone, after you're gone maybe. Our kids and even their kids can go back to YouTube, if that's still a thing, if like, you know, the apocalypse hasn't happened yet, to go back and just like look at all these things that we've done. Part of the reason I decided I wanted to kind of do the channel the way we're doing it, because it's evolved into more than I meant it to be. So if you remember, my initial thing was I had all these questions on owning a Tesla that no one can answer. Maybe I'll make the video on them. It's more turned into a lifestyle vlog, and we're lucky enough that we made the conscious choice early in our relationship, or at least I made the conscious choice early in my life, and I think we have in our relationship, where we really don't live to work, we work to live. So we do utilize our vacation, we do utilize our days off to go have experiences in the world, because you only have a finite amount of time on the planet. You got to enjoy all the things you can, and I want them to have all the experiences, not only that I had, that you had, but new experiences that we shared together as a family. And that's why, like, we go to Disneyland a lot. In fact, I got my email this morning being like, your key is expiring soon, so now we got to have that hard decision. I don't know if we're going to make it out this year that much.
I don't know.
That being said, we have some other things we talked about doing this year, like we're going to Hawaii, as I've mentioned in several videos, which is celebrating someone's big birthday / your sister's wedding, which I can't wait for. I think it's going to be a really fun time. I'm already looking at stuff we can do while we're there. But there's also a few other things that we've done, just some of our day trips, like going to Phoenix for the day to go to museums, or, you know, the little stops in between here and going to Disneyland. You know, we watched a lot of the videos. Some of the first videos we made, we just literally went from Tucson and we're in Disneyland. But this last time we went, we stopped in Yuma. Yeah. We recorded video in Yuma. And I discovered there's cool things to do in Yuma. We haven't done them yet, but there's cool things we can do in Yuma. And I'm a guy who grew up 120 miles from Yuma. Like, I should have known some of this stuff. But I'm hoping this year we can do some different things that we haven't done in the past. Like we were originally planning to go to Oregon in March, but we just found out that's not happening, which might be for the best. Yeah. So now we can figure out something else we want to do. But the question is, do we do some of the same old stuff, or do we spice it up a little? Is there anything this year that you would like to do or accomplish?
I have no idea.
You just go with the flow.
Yeah,
I book trips and say, here's where we're going. I don't know. Like you mentioned about something about going to the Grand Canyon, which I think would be fun, because I haven't been there in years. And when I took the kids to Colorado, year ago, 2 years ago, we drove by it. We just didn't actually stop at it. And And also, I don't think it ever hurts to have another California trip, but maybe we can change it up a little. Like, instead of Disney, we can go to, I don't know,
Legoland.
Disneyland. Maybe Universal, because I haven't been to Universal since 2004. So it's been almost 20 years for me.
Last time we were at Universal, I saw Kevin Sorbo as Hercules.
Disappointed!
And now he's crazy. Like, crazy.
A little bit.
Oh, what'd you say, Henry?
Legoland?
Legoland? It's a land of Legos, my child. But is there, I don't know, I think looking back to some of the things this past year that I really enjoyed doing was also sharing my love of my comic book collecting stuff. Because again, this started off as a Tesla and tech type channel, but it's turned into that vlog, lifestyle vlog, which a big part of my life is comic books. And I got to share with the world my, purchasing of one of my grails with Black Panther, Fantastic 452, and also just kind of sharing things that I found out in the wild and celebrating some of my friends and their stores that they have and being able to share these things that we do on a daily basis. It's kind of an insight to our lives that we're not just go to work, come home, go to work, come home. No, we try to go out there and experience the whole world around us, which is another reason I like making videos around Tucson, because we have great memberships to places like the zoo,
The Air and Space.
Air and Space Museum, which is, a nationally recognized. Heck, when we were driving back from Florida and Texas, we kept seeing advertisements for the Air and Space Museum right by our house, pretty much. So I think we're going to see a lot more of those, maybe dive a little bit deeper. And this is the thing as Tucsonans, and I think anyone who's local does, we never really think to go and experience all the stuff around us too much. Because there's plenty of things I found out in Tucson that I've never done, even though I'm born and raised. Like, I've never been to the Museum of Miniatures, which is world famous, pretty much.
Yeah.
There's the Handball Hall of Fame. I didn't know that was a thing until I drove by it one day. But these other little museums, little spots around town. Like, one thing I'd really like to do this year is maybe go to the DeGrazia Museum again. You and I went to that early on when we started dating.
Yeah.
I don't know what recording is like there, but I think that'd be fun to go and experience, because DeGrazia is like an amazing world-renowned artist, and all of his collective works are right here in our backyard.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think 22 was interesting. I still am not dead set that I'm going to keep doing this. I want to give myself 100 videos, and I want to give myself at least 2 years to try and get to like 100 subscribers. I'm at 52. I've actually lost a couple.
Aww.
Yes, sir. I just finished up lunch and a trip to Costco. Not the most exciting of our trips as of recent, but hey, it's still a trip nonetheless. But if there's anything that you guys can think of that we should do or try or see, if it's somewhere near Arizona, California, New Mexico, Colorado, I don't know. Hopefully we'll have some cool day trips and some other like little side trips. Because I just discovered with this new year, I had like 7 weeks of vacation. So, they basically got off 2 months of work this year. That being said, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching another episode. This is kind of our like look back on 2022. And in April of this year, 2023, it'll be 1 year since we started recording. So I'm anxious to see what we can do before our 1 year mark. But I guess here's to 2023. Be as good as 2022 and nowhere near as weird as 2020. Only thing good that came out of 2020 was Charlie. See that look? Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for another ride with us. Hopefully we'll take another ride again soon. Oh yeah, I got to get the Tesla fixed this year. So hopefully my next video is about what it's like to have windows replaced in a Tesla, since it's all glass. Alright, bye everybody.